Hi, I'm Axel. I'm real, but what follows isn't exactly real. I'm giving my ideas to Notebook LM by Google and seeing what it thinks, and then telling you what I think of what it thinks of what I think. Here we go.
Ever feel like you're swiping left, swipe right? Is this thing on? Is this my life now? Just me. Okay. Well, anyway, we're diving into the dating app void today, or rather, how to escape it, right?
Yeah.
Lots of you, and by lots I mean at least one listener, wrote in about this. Seems like a pretty common sentiment, actually.
Definitely.
People are over it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, is this really how we're supposed to find, actual love?
Right.
Feels like a lot of pressure, for one thing.
It is, yeah. There's a ton of pressure there, actually, when you think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
You're putting your whole self out there, summed up in what, a few photos and some witty...
Oh, tell me about it. Wait, please. I spent like an hour trying to come up with a bio that didn't make me sound like, I don't know, a robot or desperate.
Yeah.
It's a delicate balance.
It really is. And then there's the whole thing of, are these even real people?
Uh-huh.
You know, catfishing, bots, the whole 9 yards.
Ugh, don't even get me started. Okay, so our amazing listener, sorry, I haven't even introduced you properly. This is expert speaker name. By the way, they're, an expert in all this relationship stuff.
It's true. I am. Well, I try to be.
Anyway, this listener wrote in with a whole manifesto about dating apps, corporate control, the death of long courtships, the whole shebang.
Yeah, those are all really valid concerns, actually, especially the corporate control bit. It's interesting, right? Like, we've kind of just accepted that these companies have so much say in our love lives.
It's true, though. I mean, think about it. They decide who we see, who sees us. It's all algorithms and what data points. Where's the romance in that?
Exactly. And it's not even just about romance, right? It's about connection in general.
Yeah.
Are we limiting ourselves to just the people the algorithm thinks we should meet?
Ooh, good point.
What about serendipity, chance encounters? Remember those?
Okay, now you're just making me feel old.
But seriously, this listener's onto something with the whole long courtship thing, too. I think in a world that's constantly moving so fast, everything's instant now.
Yeah, don't even get me started on instant coffee.
Right. So maybe it's natural to crave that slower pace, that anticipation in our relationships, too.
Totally. Okay, so enough complaining. Let's brainstorm some solutions. Our listener, they actually suggested some pretty creative approaches, let's call them.
Oh, yeah. I love this listener.
Right. First one, ditch the apps, learn French, go to Paris, start conversations using your presumably very good French.
Ambitious. I like it.
Bold. A little too bold, maybe. I don't know. But also kind of genius.
It's definitely thinking outside the box, and I'm all for that. It speaks to that sense of adventure, that willingness to put yourself out there, which, by the way, can be incredibly attractive.
True, true. Confidence is sexy, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, maybe not everyone's ready to just pack up and move to France.
Right, and learning French is probably a good idea regardless.
For sure. So what about more attainable experiments, shall we say?
Well, I think it all starts with figuring out what you're passionate about. What are your interests?
Good question.
Because those passions are often the key to finding your people, right? So let's say you love, I don't know, pottery.
Pottery.
Sure, why not? You could join a pottery class, go to a ceramics fair, even just hang out at a pottery supply store.
You're really into pottery, aren't you?
It's an example.
Right.
But the point is, you're surrounding yourself with people who share a common interest. And that makes it so much easier to strike up a conversation,
Totally. It's like a built-in icebreaker. So how long have you been into clay?
Exactly. And it's not forced, it's organic. You're not relying on a dating app to tell you that you have things in common. You're experiencing those things together in real life.
Okay, I'm convinced. Sign me up for pottery class.
There you go. And it doesn't have to be pottery, obviously. It could be anything. Cooking classes, book clubs, hiking groups, volunteering.
Oh, volunteering, good one.
Right. Find a cause you care about, meet like-minded people, make a difference in the world. What's not to love?
See, this is why you're the expert. Okay, so to sum it all up, if you're feeling stuck in the dating app void, maybe it's time to ditch the swiping for a bit and try something different.
Exactly. Explore your passions, engage with your community, and see what happens. You never know who you might meet when you're not even looking.
Love it. Any final thoughts?
Just one. If you could design the perfect pressure-free environment to meet someone new, what would it look like? What would you be doing there? Think about it.
Ooh, good one.